and welcome to this video. And in this one I want to show you the 3 most common mistakes that people make on amateur level. So a few days ago I participated at a chess tournament, and it was a team event and I was the favorite on board 2, and I won all of my games, and my opponents didn't play really well, so let's learn out of their mistakes. So in this game I was black, and I just played bishop f5 attacking the c2 pawn, and my opponent didn't want to play rook c1 because of queen takes a2 when he would be losing. Obviously this would have been better, or even bishop c3, but in the game he played bishop d3, which just blunders a piece. And that's the first mistake that people make. They just hang up their pieces, and in this case white loses the bishop on b2 and is completely lost. Now another example where my opponent blundered a piece in one move. I played knight d5 attacking this queen, and now the queen should go to c5 defending this pawn, but instead my opponent played bishop b4, and after bishop takes b4 he just resigned because this bishop is defended. And after queen a4, I mean, he's just down a piece, but I can take this pawn. I can even play bishop b5 check, and then I win the queen. And another mistake that people make, they try to be clever but they don't calculate everything. Now in this game I had the white pieces and I'm actually up a pawn, so I'm winning, but the game would go on if my opponent plays something like knight g6. But in the game he played knight to f5, attacking this rook and making use of this pin. So I'm pretty sure my opponent thought I can't take this knight, but in fact I could take this knight, because after bishop takes h1, rook h4, this pawn left, so my rook could swing over to h4 and black is just getting mated. Here in this position I'm up a pawn in an endgame, so I should be winning, but again the game goes on if white plays something like knight c3. But my opponent tried to be clever and played knight d4, hitting this bishop, and his idea was that after rook c takes d5 he wins my rook, because here this rook is hanging, and if I take like this then the rook on d8 is hanging. But what my opponent missed is that I can take with this rook, and after this trade there's no rook on d8 hanging and I'm just up 2 pawns. And the third mistake is what weaker players do against stronger players. They try to exchange queen at any cost. Now in this game I had the black pieces and I just attacked this bishop, and my opponent could have just moved the bishop to e4, but instead he played bishop e3, allowing this trade. And now I have the bishop pair and this pawn on d3 is weak, so white is much worse if not losing. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you can learn out of the mistakes from my opponent. See you in the next one.